Welcome back. In the wake of the Newtown massacre, Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein wasted no time before calling for stricter gun laws, more gun laws, including a ban on assault weapons. That move prompted one former Marine to strike back with a letter that minced no words for the senator. He is Corporal Joshua Bolton, or rather Boston, that is to say, and he joins us right now from Fort Worth, Texas. Joshua, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Why'd you write the letter to Senator Dianne Feinstein?
Oh, well, it's our firearms, they're important to us, and they're something that we have to have in order to keep what we have as a country going. And this starts us on a slippery slope. They take these away, next they come for the bolt-action guns, and there's really no reason to register other than to confiscate at a later date and time.
Well, the letter you wrote her has gone viral and caught wildfire on the internet. It's lengthy, but I'd like you to read, if you would, a passage from it because it really summarizes your point.
Okay. It says, "I am not your subject. I am the man who keeps you free. I am not your servant. I am the person whom you serve. I am not your peasant. I am the flesh and blood of America. I am the man who fought for my country. I am the man who learned. I am an American." Okay,
so that's what you wrote to Senator Feinstein. Her office did respond to say Senator Feinstein respects Corporal Boston's service. She has heard from thousands of people, including many gun owners, who support her plan to stop the sale of assault weapons. The legislation will be carefully focused to protect the rights of existing gun owners by exempting hundreds of weapons used for hunting and sporting purposes. What do you think of her response?
Well, this idea that the rights of existing gun owners is strictly limited to hunting and sporting purposes is just absurd and has no basis in the Bill of Rights. It's not what it was for.
I think you, like a lot of people, Joshua, are worried that the federal government's going to come after our guns.
It's something we've seen happen time and time again in history. With Stalin, happened in Cambodia, and then, of course, the Third Reich. No one saw that coming until it was too late.
Well, of course, this was in the wake of the massacre up at the Newtown Elementary School. Do you feel that any changes should be made to the gun laws as they are? I mean, there are 2,000 of them out there right now, in many cases simply not effective.
One change that we need to really honestly look at is this idea of a gun-free zone. Essentially, all it does is advertise a hunting ground for the predators in our society. And it forces people to be disarmed. When I go to class, I have to leave my concealed carry weapon in my vehicle. So if somebody were to come in, I would be forced to be defenseless. And most policies across the nation for colleges and even schools are for the students to hide and hope for the best.
Sure. And
it's absurd.
And I believe that Sandy Hook Elementary was a gun-free zone, but we know what happened there. Now, you say that the assault weapons legislation that she is proposing, there was an assault weapons ban in this country for 10 years. It sunsetted, I believe, in 2004. You don't think it's going to work?
It didn't really do anything before. There was already a decline in crime before the ban was passed, and the decline continued throughout the ban, and it's continued even more since.
So you don't see it making any difference?
No, I really don't. And just limiting our rights to guns and limiting what people can own in their home is just going to embolden criminals to be more violent with us, like we see in Great Britain, where they have a fifth of our population, but they have over 2.2 million incidents of violent crime a year, whereas we had 1.2 this year.
Sure. Real quickly, the reaction to your letter from people you've heard from?
Generally, it's been pretty positive. There have been a fair number of people on the other side of the aisle, but it's kind of disturbing that people are calling for my death because I'm a member of the NRA.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're worried about me.
Yeah.
I go to class and I go to the range on the occasion.
It says a lot. Well, we thank you for your service and join us today, Corporal Joshua Boston. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.